Tamar, a very beautiful girl, has a stepbrother whose name is Amnon. And Amnon was lusting over his sister. He had a desire for her. So he spoke to his cousin Jonadab, and Jonadab, instead of rebuking him and telling him that no, this is your sister, you shouldn't even think about it, because how can you even have an idea of I want to sleep with my sister? Is crazy. Then it is what it is. His cousin Jonadab helped him with the plan to abuse his sister. So he advised Amnon, pretend to be sick, ask your father that Tamar should come take care of you. And Amnon decided to follow his cousin's advice. He spoke to his father, and unaware of his intentions to the father, he sent Tamar over to go and take care of her brother. When Tamar arrived, Amnon sent everyone else out of the room. Then he demanded she sleep with him. Tamar pleaded with him. She said no. She pleaded. She reasoned with her that, okay, fine, you can. Why not ask our father that you want to marry me? He said no. She begged him not to disgrace her because she was still wearing her apparel of virginity. But Amnon refused to listen. He overpowered her. And he raped her. Notice something important. Tamar said no. She resisted. She pleaded. She did everything she could, yet her brother ignored her wishes. And this is exactly what makes it sexual violence. So without consent, there is no justification, no relationship, no attraction, no desire, no circumstances can excuse forcing another person into sexual act. So what happened after? It was heartbreaking. After Amnon assaulted Tamar, the love he claimed to have for her turned into hatred. And then we have another person, Jonadab. Jonadab was not the person who committed the offense. Jonadab was not the person who did what happened. But then he played a role because he assisted. He gave the advice. In fact, he was even the mastermind behind it. So the verb act defines rape as he or she intentionally penetrating into the anus, mouth, or vagina of someone with his or her body part or anything else. So it could be anything that you use, whether it's a body part or not, or anything that you use to insert forcefully without consent of someone into the private parts of another person, or even mouth of another person. So what this means is a woman, because it's actually said he or she, so a woman can rape, a man can rape. We have instances where minors rape minors. All these are people that can be able to rape. Like I said in our previous episode, this is not about women issue. This is everybody's issue. It's about our children. It's about the women. It's about the men. It's about everybody. So as long as you're a person, this is for you. When you and consent cannot be gotten forcefully. What makes it rape is the fact that there is no consent, or consent was gotten out of duress, out of coercion, or you forcefully got the consent from the person. So like the story of Amnon and Tamar. So if Tamar has forced me to say, okay, if you don't do it, I'm going to kill you, and then she said, okay, yes, yes, we can do it. That means that she gave her consent, but she was forced to give the consent. That is not consent. So forced consent is no consent. So there are punishments that are prescribed for someone who commits rape. And if you are a minor, which means, so if the person is of the age of 14 years and below, that person is liable to a maximum of 14 years imprisonment. And if you're 14 years above, you're liable to a minimum of 14 years imprisonment with no option of fine. And where is a gang rape, where two or more people rape someone, their punishment is their punishment is minimum of 20 years imprisonment with no option of fine. I also have a cousin to Amnon who raped his sister. He's also punishable under the law. His act is also punishable under the law. So he's also an offender, but he's just a secondary offender. He didn't commit the assault himself, but he helped in committing the assault because they conspired together. They created the plan together. And we have another person who can also be an accessory after the fact. So let's say, for instance, when Tamar went, she told her that this is what he did to me, and her dad said okay. So probably people were trying to hold Amnon accountable for what he did, and his father decided to shield him, to hide him, or maybe his friend or anybody that decided to hide him from the public. That person that person is an accessory after the fact, also liable to punishment under the VAP Act. So you see, like Tamar, he was her brother. She trusted him. She didn't think that he would do this to her, but yet he raped her. We're not being told that she was not wearing a short skirt. She was not wearing something that is tight. She was not revealing, but yet he raped her. So there is never an excuse. There is never a justification for you to rape someone, and you shouldn't. No justification will make you to shield an offender from facing the judgment. So this teaches us an important lesson. Sometimes people contribute to abuse not by committing it themselves, but by encouraging it, covering it up, laughing about it, or remaining silent when they should speak up. As friends, family members, society, we have a responsibility to discourage harmful behavior and not enable it. No one has the right to force another person into a sexual act. If you are a survivor, you have experienced sexual violence. Know this: what happened to you was not your fault. Tamal's story is painful. It reminds us that silence protects offenders, not survivors. There will be people who protect the vulnerable, who believe survivors, who teaches respect, and who use both our faith and our laws to uphold the dignity of every human being. I'm just Metawe, and this is Rebirth, where knowledge empowers, courage transforms, and every voice matters. Stay informed, stay empowered, and remember, your rights matter. See you in our next episode and have a good night.